Shavuot, or Pentecost in Acts chapter 2, is Sinai renewed. The Spirit writes the law on hearts, and the cross resolves the covenant barrier. Furthermore, Romans 7 demonstrates restoration without nullifying the Torah. How does it happen? The debt is nailed to the cross, not faithfulness to the Torah. This week on Shabbat Night Live, Dr. Doug Hamp explains how Pentecost is really a wedding renewal between Yehovah and Israel.
All these things that Paul is getting at is because God married Israel, God divorced Israel, God restored Israel. That's it. We're not a new thing. We're not a replacement thing. There's not two different brides or two different grooms running around. There's one groom, there's one bride, God, Israel. That's it. And we who are in Christ, even though we're not Jewish, we're now part of this other house. We have become part of Israel. And so now we are no longer strangers from the covenants and the promises, but we are fellow citizens of the household of God. We are now part of the commonwealth of Israel. And when you understand that you're part of the commonwealth of Israel, well, guess what? Then I probably should start living like Israel, I guess, right? The things that God told Israel, maybe those apply to me. And that's where it takes us back to that anti-missionary woman that I managed to show her what she couldn't see, that Yeshua was the Messiah. But she managed to show me something that I couldn't see, which is that God's commandments are good. And I was like, man, maybe they are good. And I started thinking, when I was talking with her, I thought, well, yeah, if Sabbath was good enough for them, why is it so bad for me? And if eating clean was good for them, why is it so bad for me? In fact, if it was good, when did it become bad? Right? And I was like, maybe it didn't become bad. Maybe I'm the one who's been mistaken. Maybe I'm the one who has the wrong theology. That's always a scary place to come to, because we always want to think it's the other guy that has the bad theology. And when you have to wrestle with your own theology, it's a scary place to be. And you're definitely going to lose a few friends. I lost a few friends because they thought I was nuts. Hey, God bless them. But understanding that what Paul is getting at is all based on this reunion theology. That's what I like to call it, reunion theology. Not replacement, not dispensational, but how he's put this back together.